The Calahorra Tower is an ancient defensive fortress built by the Moors to protect the city of Cordoba. It currently hosts the Living Museum of Al-Andalus, which celebrates the period when the Jewish, Christian, and Muslim cultures lived in peaceful coexistence in the city. The Roman bridge was originally built in the early 1st century BC across the Guadalquivir River, though it has been reconstructed at various times since. The gate of the bridge, also known as the Arco del Triunfo, originally formed part of the city walls but became a gateway from the Christian conquest onwards. It is made up of three sections with fluted columns at each end and the center opening topped with a lintel and a curved pediment. Triunfo de San Rafael is a tribute to the Archangel Raphael, the guardian of Cordoba, for saving the city from a terrible earthquake. The Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba is officially known ecclesiastically as the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Assumption, but is also referred to as the Mezquita and as the Great Mosque of Cordoba due to its status as a former mosque. The Great Mosque was constructed in 785 AD, but was expanded multiple times afterwards, up to the late 10th century. It was converted to a cathedral in 1236 when Cordoba was captured by the Christian forces. A new Renaissance cathedral nave and transept were inserted into the center of the building, and the former minaret was converted to a bell tower in the 16th century. Starting in the 19th century, modern restorations have led to the recovery and study of the building's Islamic era elements. The mosque architecture is regarded as an important monument in the history of Islamic architecture and is considered to have been highly influential on the subsequent Moorish architecture of the Muslim world. It became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1984. Cordoba has a well-preserved Jewish quarter in which the Jews lived between the 10th and 15th centuries. It was separated from the rest of the city by a walled enclosure, which both isolated its inhabitants and protected them from the attacks of the Christians. It retains the traditional urban layout of a medieval Islamic city, with two central intersecting streets surrounded by a labyrinth of smaller streets, which often end in dead ends or narrow valleys. The synagogue is one of the three best preserved medieval synagogues in Spain. It was built between 1314 and 1315 and was in constant use right up until the Jews were expelled in 1492. It was decorated according to the best Mudéjar tradition. Cordoba is famous for its courtyards, and once a year during the Festival of Courtyards, private houses all over the city open up their courtyards to the public for the first 2 weeks of May, where the competition for best patio of the year is held. There are two types of courtyards. The first is in a one family home in which the rooms are arranged around the courtyard. The second type is called a neighbor's house, where individual homes look out onto the courtyard, has 2 floors, and the patio has long balconies, staircases, and baked clay roof tiles.